first we're going to start with installing our lifters. These are cams, I believe, and they are flat tappet hydraulic lifters. And I've heard you're supposed to use a lot of zinc with these. I've also heard that you don't have to use zinc with these. That is totally up to you. But I got oil. I believe it's Valvoline that we got, which is 2050 weight, and it has zinc additive in it for older engines like this with flat tappet lifters. So we're gonna get these in here, and then we'll cut to putting the heads on.
So we're gonna put these ARP head studs in. Got them lubed. You gotta make sure they're lubed. And so the corset thread side goes into the block. So just gonna put them in. We're gonna do hand tight, and then just a little turn with the Allen key. Nothing too major. And so make sure all the lube hits the threads. As we're going here, just making sure you're not cross-threading anything, obviously. That'd be bad.
You can hear that white noise. It's raining here today.
Just a little bit of lube. A little bit of lube goes a long way. Like I said, hand tight. We'll turn with the Allen key. That's it.
Completely seated.
Make sure we're seated on the heads here, or the block. And then when we go to torque, we'll torque the nut of the stud. So.
You got enough on that one?
Yeah. I have enough on my finger to.
I don't know if this goes on the top side too or not. I would assume so.
Probably.
A little bit of lube goes a long way. I gotta save some of this. I still got the other side to do.
Only time you need a lot of lubes for butt stuff, so.
And if you don't have the lube with your head studs, just spit on it.
He said he has a lot on his finger too, so he can use some of that.
I don't think I was putting that much on them.
I mean,
They're close tolerance.
so y'all can see, we went ahead and put the multi-layered head gaskets on. We are getting the heads ready. Look how nice and shiny them bad boys are. These are some Edelbrock E Streets.
I think they have an 84cc combustion chamber. Oh. They make these in a 75cc combustion chamber for low compression heads, which are not heads but pistons, engines out of motorhomes. And we don't have that here. Am I doing this? No, I'm just retarded. You know?
Beautiful.
These weigh about half the weight, half-ish the weight of a stock big block head. And it costs just about as much to buy these as it does to rebuild a factory head, so it's pretty much no point in redoing them. There we go.
Beautiful.
Now we gotta torque them. And put
We
washers
do
on.
gotta torque them. So next we're gonna, all the studs that we put in earlier, we're gonna put washers on, the nut, and we're gonna torque these in a sequence, obviously. If you don't know this, your torque sequence for your heads, you can Google it. It's pretty easy to find. Just type in whatever engine you have and the torque sequence for the heads, and you're good to go.
The ARP wants these torqued to 80 foot-pounds, and I believe this is 3 equal steps.
So basically what we're going to do is, we're going to do one torque of however many, and then we're going to repeat the process until all these studs are at 80.
These washers don't have a top and bottom, it doesn't look like.
No.
They already have some kind of like pre-lubricant on them. You just don't know what it is. These ones are all stuck together.
All right. Of course, leave it to me to struggle with a washer. There we go.
We will have to put that thread lube on these two once we're done. Well, we'll put it on the nuts when we're done so it runs down the whole thread.
Alright, so we're going to get these washers on, and we'll come back when we're ready to torque, do our first torque sequence, kind of show you how that's done, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Alright, so we're getting ready to torque these cylinder heads down with our ARP head studs and nuts. We have the torque pattern. Ooh, that's a bad glare. Torque pattern right here. We have a 400. So we are going to be using that one right there. With the one in the middle, 2 on the bottom right, and it kind of works diagonal back and forth. So Josh here is going to go for it. Kind of show you guys the pattern here. We have it set on 30 foot-pounds right now because ARP recommends going 3 steps up to final torque. Mm-hmm.
Six, yeah. 6. Nine. 10. 11. 12. a lot going on here, so if you have a picture, follow the picture. Even if you know what you're doing, it's sometimes good just to double check yourself. Alright.
Well,
First torque.
that's our first torque sequence, and just to kind of make it a little clearer so you guys can see, number 1 starts in the middle. That goes 2, 3, and 4 and 5 up here. And then we've got 6. Oh, I lied, that's 3. 6 and 7. Then we come back over here, 8 and 9. Then we come back,
10's here.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16, 17. And you got to do that 3 times with the ARP headsteads up to 80 foot-pounds. So we'll come back when we're done with that.
Alright, so this is why it's important to use the right tool for the job. We didn't think we had a 3/8 drive 12-point socket for all these beautiful nuts.
Half inch.
Half inch?
Half inch socket.
Oh, half-inch socket, my bad. We're at sitting at 60 foot-pounds right now. We were going smooth until, we weren't. But yeah, make sure if you're doing something like this, you're using the right tools. Alright, so we got the heads torqued. The key to torquing these is to put all your back into it. Now we're going to get ready to put the push rods in.
Well, these are mainly push rods. They're factory length. They are hollow. They're a .080 wall. But they should be fine for what we're doing. I don't have another glove on, so we're just going to kind of go for it. All they do is sit down in these holes and right on top of the lifter. 1 for each valve, intake and exhaust. We did set these in oil for a while. Not that I think that helps all that much, but it is good to have everything lubed as you're putting it together. So once we get our rocker arms and shafts cleaned up, we'll put those on too. But we don't have the stuff to do that tonight, so that's going to be a tomorrow project. And then we'll come in here, we'll lube all of these valve springs before we put them in. We'll lube all the rocker arms and the shafts and everything. And then we're pretty close to having the top end of this thing together. We will have to, we still have to wire a wheel.
You missed.
I missed that one. Wire a wheel and clean up our hold down plates for the valley pan. And I have everything here except for the carburetor, which we may or may not go with the carburetor yet. I'm not sure. We'll see. Suit. You're putting a little oil in there. Nothing.
Yeah, when you're working with oil, make sure to get it everywhere for the best results, obviously.
By everywhere, he usually means everywhere in the engine. Not on the floor like I am. That's why we put cardboard down. It's also a nice thing to have when you're putting stuff together like this. Is a nice big piece of cardboard. Even some of that oil soak up stuff. Pig Mac's a good one, but although that's expensive. And I'm cheap. And one more. Boom. It's all the push rods in. Wait some of this oil on these.
Kind of see how these sit right in the lifters there.
Coming
Same thing on
together.
this side.
my hands.
Alright, so as you can see, we got the engine in. It's been a while. Been like a hot minute, honestly. But the engine's in. Rear end is in and done. I might include this in that in this video. Who knows yet? We are currently figuring out electrical, which, as you guys know, is always fun.
Especially in old cars.
Look, you can tell right there, just by that face, he's having a great time. So yeah, this is where we're at with this Challenger. Basically, all we need right now is some radiator hoses, spark plug wires, and she'll be a runner. And of course, we gotta like figure out how we hook the alternator up to this MSD box that we got, but you know.
What is your problem?
Got the shop cat for more support. Yeah. There goes the air cleaner.
People said it just fall in the intake.
What?
The fucking wing nut that was on top.
I have no clue. No. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, you cat.
Rule number 1 of car maintenance. Make sure nothing falls into the intake. That could have been bad. Let's put you down here. As you can see right here, we got belts, alternator. We got it all. Oh, and the engine's painted. I forgot to mention that part.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a minute. Last time you guys saw this engine, it was on an engine stand. As you can see now, those engine stands are being occupied.
I got a lot of garbage.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's your garbage.
It's only hoarding, or hoarding's okay if it's cool garbage.
Yeah, let's take you guys back here for a second. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let's get back here. Oh, it's super dark, but we got the brake lines in. New brake lines. All the rear end is in pretty much. Like I said, right now we're just figuring out ignition. We got this beautiful, beautiful shifter. Seats are in. She's almost ready. What do you think, Jake?
Almost is a big word.
Almost is a big word, but you know. She's getting there.
The cat would quit knocking my stuff down.
Well, you know. So you can see this is where we're at right now. Still a long ways to go. But I think, for now, that's going to do it for this video. Like and comment. Tell us what you want to see next. Thank you.